Hi guys, I am back with day 24. I think I have one more part in this little mini series, which I'm just going to be doing day 25. Unless it's really long, I may split it up into two videos, which actually means I thought I was going to be ending this series on Monday, but it looks like it's going to be ending on Tuesday the 29th or possibly Wednesday the 30th. So you may get a couple extra bonus videos. I was trying to not make the videos too awfully long, so I wanted to, make sure that they could be watched in a relatively short period of time. This is a little bit of a longer video than some of the others, but I'm trying to keep them mostly under 10 minutes or so, if not a little bit shorter, but sometimes it just takes a little longer. So here is day 24, like I mentioned. This is, or actually no, this is day 23. I apologize. This is day 20. Oh, no, it is day 24. Oh my goodness. I did this a little bit ago, so it's hard to remember. This is day 24. This is the last day Izzy, our little elf on the shelf, was with us, and she had some crazy antics that night before Christmas, and she decided to get my camera out and take a bunch of selfies around the house of her with the animals and ornaments and other things. So you can see the picture is one of her with my cat, which I think is probably the most hilarious, and then she is with my daughter's little doll, another little elf that was in the tree, and then the bottom left picture is her getting into the cookies. So I thought those were super silly, and so she left this little note that I have at the top left on my camera to let my daughter know that she had done some crazy stuff with my camera while she was sleeping. So this is just some die cuts and things like that I'm layering down. I'm putting this washi tape to kind of ground it. I thought the joy was blending in a little bit too much, so I'm just taking this washi tape to help, put a little background to it and make it pop off the page. And I'm also going to use some foam dots for this. This joy is a sticker, so you're going to see me on a little bit using a powder tool to get off the sticky from around the pop dots, because I didn't want the other pieces of this joy word sticking to the page. I put enough pop dots on here that you probably don't need to do that, but I was still trying to be very careful and make sure that it was done correctly so I wouldn't have any of it sticking where I didn't want it to. So I am just going to be messing with that for a little bit here, and I am going to then trim off that extra washi tape. Like I said, here's that powder tool. If you need to remove the sticky from your stuff, like your stickers and stuff, you can use that little EK Success powder tool and it works perfectly. So here I'm just trimming off that excess stuff on the left hand side of the page, and I'm going to pop that down. I'm also going to add a little phrase sticker here in a minute over the top of the joy. These are some doilies that I had in my stash. They were white and I've sprinkled them and colored them gold, kind of like I did in the video I think yesterday that I posted. I just really like how they turned out. They kind of got crinkled and old looking, and it was just a lot of fun. So I just use those as layering elements as well on this page. And now I'm just going through my stickers, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do as far as the number. So I'm going to end up taking these little tiny square stickers and writing 24 here in the bottom left or bottom right of the page. And I thought this was perfect. Instead of using something bigger, I didn't want to take away from the photo, and I just did something very simple. So there you go. And then I'm going to add that phrase sticker like I'd mentioned. I think this page is going to be done after that. I'm going to pop this up too because I am going to be mounting it over that joy word, so it needed to be popped up a bit so it fit. I'm going to end up putting it over the tail and the Y. So there it says believe, and I thought that word was perfect to go with our little elf Izzy. And I'm going to add a tab. Did I say I was done? I think I lied. I always think I'm done, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I added this one more thing, or oh no, I added this other thing. So I am adding this word joy, which is in a little tab. I'm going to add this little circle sticker here, again, just as a layering element. I thought it looked a little floaty, and anytime you can add these things in the background, it kind of anchors it, and it just makes it look like it's meant to be there and a little more cohesive. So I did want the top of this tab popping up, so I am going to add some pop dots, and I believe I use a stapler, maybe not. And I'm trying to tuck in this other piece, but it's not going to work. And I think I use a stapler because it is not sticking very well because I have those pop dots and it's a little sticker. Yep, there you go. You're going to see me staple with my tiny attacher. And I love this tiny attacher for these mini albums. It is perfect and it works out well, and it's not overwhelming because they're not like these huge staples. And I'm going to add one more for good measure. And then this page is getting complete. I thought, well, I added some staples up there. I need to add some staples over here. And then I'm going to end up gluing down this post-it note. And this is just a post-it note, like I said, that the Izzy left on my phone. And it says, "Look what I did with Mommy's camera last night," or something along those lines. So here is a photo collage of my husband's family, and I'm going to put this in the bottom of this page here, and with a little bit of the green showing. And then I'm going to make it look like there's a pocket on the top that has December 24th and a couple cards stuck in. I'm going to start this layout, part of the layout now, and then I'm going to move to another one, and then I'm going to come back to this to add some more embellishments and things to the page. So you're going to see me kind of finishing this off a little bit, and then I think I got stuck and I wanted to move on. So I moved on to another page, and then I came back to this one. So I'm just taking the different cards that I like and then layering them with the vellum and stuff, and getting just kind of something that I think will look nice. And there's all these little cut apart sheets. I had the 6x6 paper pad as well as the larger paper pad, so it's nice for these mini albums to have the 6x6 because it has a smaller scale elements on it, and you can really trim them out and use them as great embellishments and stuff like that. So that is kind of what I'm doing here, and I'm just playing around trying to figure out what's going to work, what doesn't. And like I said, I was kind of struggling with this, and I end up going through and end up changing it up a bit and coming back to it later. I guess I probably could have cut all this out because this is going on and on and on and on. I'm going to staple this just so it stays in place because it was annoying me because it wasn't staying where I wanted it to. Then the staple wasn't working. So like I said, this page was a bit of a chore. I'm going to end up gluing this down because I finally like how that looks. I like how the red stripes in the background. I'm going to add this strip of sequins here. I liked the gold peeking out, and I used this in other pages in the layout earlier in the album. So I'm just going to mark it off of the pencil, use some glue to put it down. It's going to be my ATG gun because the liquid glue doesn't really work with this. So I'm going to use the ATG gun, put a strip of adhesive down, and then tuck that sequins strip into the top of the photo. So I like how that looks. Once I did this, I started liking this page a whole lot more, and like I said, I do come back to it because it was giving me some grief, and I knew I wasn't done, but I just wasn't sure what else to do with it. So you'll see me coming back to this here in a little bit. I'm going to trim off the ends of the sequin strip, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the ends to make sure that the rest of the sequins do not fall off in the album. So I'm going to play with that a bit until I can get it good, and then I'll just add a little bit of glue to the ends, just kind of to make sure it doesn't fray and pop off later on. So now I'm going to move on to the next page, I believe, and start working on that to get something that works better. So here is another one of the clusters from my in-laws' Christmas. That is on the bottom, and then it's a picture of me with a mug at the top, and my husband is photobombing me, and I'm going to end up using photobomb as the title for that top cluster. And I'm first mounting this photo. When I print on my Canon Selfie, I'm not sure if you guys have a Canon Selfie, but it does not print true 4x4 pictures, or 4x6 pictures, so it does leave a little extra on the each end, so it doesn't quite fit in a 4x6 page protector, so it has a little extra open space. So a lot of times I will mount my 4x6 photos, or my photos that come out of my selfie, onto another piece of paper so that it fits in the page protector and doesn't slide around too much. And also, if I have cards in the back of the page protector that are 4x6, you'll see the back of the cards, and I don't necessarily want that to show through. So that's why I mount that, and that's why you see the little extra on either side of the edge of the photo. So I'm taking these little photos that I have here, and I'm adding some what's it called, dimensional foam on the back of it, and just gluing that down. Now the picture is glued down, and I'm going to trim off the bottom of the photo here, and I like how that ends up looking. Next, I'm going to work on the title. I'm going to be writing photobomb like I think I mentioned earlier, and I'm just going to use these kind of holographic stickers, and then also add the little square green stickers that's going to say photo. So bomb is going to be in the red, photo is going to be in the green, and then that one's done. So now I'm going to be looking at these phrase stickers. I am going to pick a phrase sticker to go in the top left of the card. It's going to say spread cheer, and then I'm going to add this word cheer, this clear sticker, on top of the photo of my in-laws opening presents. And then next I am going to be adding another clear sticker, the one with the little black hearts on it, and I'm going to add it to the top picture. And I like how that looks. It's a nice contrast to the bluish shirt that I have on, the light blue shirt. And now I'm just trimming out another phrase sticker that's going to say unwrap the season, and I'm going to add a little circle sticker that says ho 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 to the photo cluster on the bottom, and I'm going to kind of make that circle go off the page just a bit to add more interest to it, and then I'm going to add that phrase sticker there on the line that separates the pictures, and I like how that looks a lot. And then I'm going to add a little bit of journaling to that top right card. And then once I do that, this page is basically done, and then I'm going to move back to that page that I was working on earlier that I was having struggles with. And so I'm going to add a couple things down. I'm going to add some stars on this one. I'm going to add a tab, and then I'm going to add a string of lights is what's going to end up being on here. I'm going to try some snowflakes, but they just don't work, or they're too big, or I just don't like how they end up looking. So I think the stars look better. Plus it ends up bringing or helping bring the colors across the page so that I just don't have a gray in the bottom right and then green in one spot. So I'm kind of bringing it all over. So here I'm going to add the tab up here at the top, but it's not going to actually stay there. It's going to move down because I'm going to find the string of lights that I rather use. So I'm going to add the string of lights at the top, and then I'm going to take that gray tab and I'm going to put it towards the bottom where the, what's it called, the sequence strip is. So I'm going to add that green star over there, again just bringing the colors around the page. The Noel was also added, and then there's where that strip of lights is going to go. And I really like how this is coming together now. I wasn't happy with it at first, but you know, once I got that string of lights on there, it really, I think, made it come together for me. That's kind of where I realized that, you know what, I kind of like this page now. It took me a while to get there, unfortunately, but I finally got there. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to glue that down and finish up a couple of little things at this brad, and that's all I'm going to be doing on this page. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I will be having at least one more video or two possibly coming up next, so stay tuned and we're going to finish this album off together. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.